Hey guys, this is my last day in Hawaii, and this is not going to be a travel video or like any of my other videos. This is something that I just want to share with anyone that's been following this channel for however long. Alright, I'm going to sit down for this one because this is going to be a long talk. I've been making videos on YouTube for more than 4 years, and one of my favorite things about YouTube was that it allowed me to share the full story of mostly my travels, but also about other aspects of my life, and not just highlighted snippets of it. To me, that was the beauty of YouTube, is that there's a market for seeing the things that go wrong on your travels. The phones and the cameras and other shit you lose, the trouble you have at the airport, that's all part of the story, and I didn't have to sugarcoat it. Unlike a lot of the photo focused apps where you can just do a sky replacement and compress the image and make things look like the way they're not. I know a lot of the things that people do on Instagram is not intentionally to put up a false image of oneself, but it's more because the Instagram algorithm wants people to post daily. And if you're like running a Zumba class daily, yeah, you can show a workout every day, but for travel content creators, it's impossible to travel and film and put stuff out every single day. It's almost impossible. I don't forget traveling every day. I don't even edit every day. So to satisfy the algorithm, what people end up doing is posting stuff from months ago on their stories and pretending like, okay, this is what's happening. And I mean, I understand why they want to do that. If someone's making a living off of the algorithm, you gotta do what the algorithm needs. But I was never a fan of that. So I never really got into Instagram that much. Even when I posted pictures on my public Instagram, I put the year on it because I didn't want to really pretend to be something that I'm not. And I think unfortunately I've been doing just that with my YouTube. So if you've been following this channel lately, you've been seeing a lot of the highlights from Hawaii over the last 8 months here. And you might be thinking that I'm having the time of my life. That's what my friends who saw this channel have basically been thinking. And it couldn't really be any further from the truth. And that's what I want to clarify in this video, because I think I have some sort of moral responsibility to do so, and it's the right thing to do. This year's been crazy for a lot of us. Like a lot of us, I've known people that I care about who have died. Like a lot of us, I've had people very close to me in my family who were very sick, hospitalized in some cases. I think I read a study that 28% of adults in the US are showing symptoms of depression, and I was one of those 28% of adults suffering for depression for the first time in my life here in Hawaii and before I came to Hawaii. And if you don't know what depression feels like, it's basically the feeling you get if someone close to you dies, or even if you have a breakup after you've been seeing someone, or a divorce or whatever, some sort of separation. It's that feeling that lasts for like a couple of weeks to a month, or maybe a couple of months, where you just don't really feel good about life anymore. You're capable of having moments of pleasure and joy, but in general you kind of stop seeing the point in life. Or that's basically how I understand depression. So that was me. And that was basically from March or April, I'm not sure exactly when it started, but all the way up until a month ago when it went away somehow. But in that time, I was not having a great time. And none of the videos that I made, I wasn't faking anything. Like when I saw that sunset in Lahaina in Maui, or that sunrise 2 days later, those are genuine moments of joy. When you saw me surfing on this channel and smiling ear to ear, that wasn't fake. That was real. That was very real. But at the same time, that stuff was only like less than 1% of my life. And all those videos that I made in Maui, Kauai, Big Island, Hawaii even, or Oahu even, those were all filmed in a span of 12 days. And I ended up putting one out every 3 or 4 weeks because it takes 3 or 4 weeks for me to edit every single one of those videos. I've spent more than 100 hours on the Kauai video and a lot of hours on the other videos too. So unintentionally, I was doing exactly what I was trying to avoid with these other social media platforms, and I was making people or my friends think that I'm having the time of my life, which just wasn't true. And by the way, if you're a good friend of mine, someone I know personally who's watching this, don't feel bad about not checking up on me. One of the things that I tried at the beginning was talking a lot to my friends and family, and it really didn't make a difference. And I didn't really tell anyone, or not anyone, I told maybe 2 or 3 people about this, people who I was already in touch with on a regular basis anyways. But it didn't really do much, and I think it didn't make it any better. It probably made it even worse, because, you know, now on top of me having depression, it stressed out my friends that I had depression, and they felt like they wanted to check up on me, and it really didn't help, so it probably like stressed them out too. So I didn't really tell anyone, because it's not fun to talk about. The only reason I'm making this video right now is that it's gone now. And now I don't have to worry about people checking up on me and blah blah blah, and things not getting better and things getting shittier. But anyways, there are 2 main things I want you to take away from this video. The first one is a very cliche saying that you've probably heard a lot of times, but I think we all need a reminder from time to time, is that what you see on social media is not necessarily real life. The places you see on social media, especially if it's a photo, is probably not what the place even looks like in real life. The highlights you see in the videos is probably not what the rest of anyone's life looks like, unless you're filming them 24/7. And that's important to remember, because I know that my friends sometimes see stuff on social media and just feel bad, like, oh, that person's life is so awesome and blah blah blah, I wish I could do that, I wish I could have this much fun all the time. Whoever you're looking at is probably not having that much fun all the time. They're not necessarily in depression, but that's probably not what their life looks like. And the second point I want you to take away from this is that coming to a beautiful, wonderful place is not a magic pill that will solve your problems regarding mental health or whatever you have. All you hear about these stories like Eat, Pray, Love, where people quit their jobs and go off and find the purpose of life on their trip. And that does happen. That does happen to a lot of people who try it. A change of scene can work and bring you a lot of joy and change your life. But it also doesn't always work out. And the reason you don't hear about the ones where it didn't work out, because they probably don't talk about it, because this shit's not fun to talk about. I wasn't expecting this to like drastically change my life when I moved to Hawaii, but it was the main reason I moved here, because I thought a change of scenery might be for the best. It didn't really do shit. And this is the most beautiful place I've ever been to. And it really didn't do anything about my depression. Nothing. So yeah, I think it's more important to hear about these stories too before anyone watching social media decides to take a big risk and leave everything behind, hoping a change of scene will fix everything. It might, but it might not. It's a gamble, and you have to evaluate the risks of that before you make a decision like that. I'm well, don't worry if you're watching this, you don't have to check up on me. I'm sharing all of this because, you know, I thought this is the right thing to do, but I'm probably not going to want to discuss this anymore, especially in a public forum, especially in the comment section. Honestly, not over messages if you're texting, because it's still not fun to talk about, and don't worry, I'm fine now. But yeah, if you're a friend of mine that I already know and we hang out, we can talk about this shit, I don't mind. But I'm not gonna respond to any comments. That is it for this video, and I have 6 hours till I get on my flight from Hawaii and head to Bangladesh. I'll probably catch you guys from a vlog from Bangladesh next time.